sheep tongue Souse coconut tart.
The best conch fritters on the island, right?
Where do I get that?
Right from Yanni.
It's delicious.
So this looks like my type of spot, off the beaten path. This is the Bahamian Cricket Club, Bahamas Cricket Club, and we're about to head inside to try some sheep tongue Souse. So this is actual sheep tongue.
Yeah.
Actual sheep tongue.
Indeed. So fun fact, when I was younger, in fact all of us when we were younger, we didn't know that it was actual sheep tongue, and so we ate it. And then like 5 years later we realized that it was actually sheep tongue. And by then we loved it too much to stop eating it. So despite the fact that it is an actual sheep tongue, it is delicious, and it's made me much more adventurous with food. So yeah.
I mean,
it's brilliant.
We eat goat head,
yeah,
goat intestines,
I mean,
and
there's,
stuff. So
this is, so currently we have two kinds of sauce. We have chicken sauce and we have sheep tongue sauce. There's also like chicken feet, pig feet, cow tongue. There's a bunch of different other ones. Sauce. Yeah, that are all different kinds of sauce. And then we have fish head stew, those kinds of things. There's other Bahamian breakfast foods: stewed conch, stewed fish, boiled conch, boiled fish.
And here it's served with grits and different
yeah. A lot of these are served with grits. A lot of them have served with corned beef. Grits is like its own separate thing that has like its own like line of breakfast foods, because there's normal grits, and then there's shrimp and grits, sardines and grits, corned beef and grits, tuna and grits. Like, breakfast foods are extremely varied here. What I will say is that almost all of them are delicious. Personally, my favorite of all time is sheep tongue sauce, but yeah.
sheep tongue. I mean, we drink mannish water, which is goat intestines, goat head, goat feet. That's pretty good. Yeah. Wow. That's really good. I'm going back in for it.
I don't blame you. Go for it.
This is pretty good.
Go for it.
Take the chicken back. That's just too common now. Nice switch. Like, seriously. It's very flavorful. It reminds me of like a beef more than sheep.
Yeah.
It's almost like when you have beef soup and you have that beef in there. You taste the acidity of the lime because there's lime added to it, and there's also pimento, that's like home court advantage for me. And there's also the chicken. The chicken just seems so boring now. Oh, yeah. It's not spicy, but you taste a little spice. I think that's pimento coming through. And it's a clear broth. So you see right through, you get to see there's a whole heap of meat in there. Every portion, every spoonful can have some meat. And potatoes as well. So very hearty, very nice. And this is a breakfast soup in the Bahamas. Yeah, this is really enjoyable.
Yeah.
Yo, put this to go. I'm buying another one. I need a something there. I need one of them sheep tongue. Yeah, after trying that sheep tongue, and it tastes so hearty, such like beef flavor. It's like a Jamaican beef soup, but the broth itself is totally different. It's just the meat itself. The sheep tongue has that flavor of beef in soup, but it's very nice, very rich. the acidity from the lime, it brings out flavor, it bursts the flavor a lot more. Just like adding, like we did earlier when we added the lime to the conch, it just enhanced the flavor and brought out
it makes it filling but light.
Yeah, it's absolutely very well said.
Where you can eat a lot of it and you'll feel full, but you won't feel bloated once you're done. So it's filling but light.
Yeah, it is very light. I want that sheep tongue. I can't, the chicken just seems so boring after tasting that sheep tongue. Something different, something I've never tried before. Wow. Imagine getting managed water with all the amount of meat that you can have. But it's tongue. It is sheep tongue. And I remember growing up, my grandmother used to make horned cow tongue, and I had it so much, and then one day just saw the whole tongue there, and after that, I just couldn't bother with it. But this is rich. It's hearty, it's smooth, and the flavor is really quite something. It's not overpowered with a lot of seasoning. You're getting pimento in there, you have onions, and just a light broth, which is water that's been boiled down with the sheep tongue in it. Here they take it out and then boil it again and add the potatoes, add some of the ingredients to it. There's literally onion hanging off of my spoon, and this is really something that's unique and dates back to the days of slavery is what I read, where Souse is a popular thing throughout Europe, and it's been just done with cuts of meat that would usually be discarded, but these cuts are now put into a soup to create a broth. That broth is then added with lime, you add pimento to it, and the tongue itself, it's boiled right down where it's so smooth, but yet still has a nice texture of meat. And then it's served with a Johnny cake. This is not the Johnny cake that you would expect. Johnny cake in Jamaica is fried dumpling. This is more bread-like. To me, when it came, I thought it was cornbread. It's not cornbread. It's sweetened, it's crunchy from the crust, the inside is cakey, but you see, you can dip it, try it with butter, and then there's also added spice. This is added pepper, which smells like really spicy. Pepper tastes like, it smells like it has like a lime juice flavor. I'm going to go right for the pepper. Ooh, yep. Flavorful, more flavor than heat, but really nice. And it's done with a lime juice in the pepper as well, which is something really quite different than what we used to in Jamaica, where we use a bunch of vinegar. The same acidity that's used, just a different type of acid. Look how much chunks of meat you get in this bowl. I mean, you get this much, and not more meat than broth. I hope the soup man in Jamaica take note, because the amount of meat you get here. When it's boiled right down, really is similar tasting to, it tastes more beefy than goat or sheep to me. Okay. Very good. You need to dip it in the soup. Right next door to the Parliament building, or Parliament Square, Parliament Circle, and we're about to head inside and try one of Nassau's favorite tarts. A must try. One thing about former English colonies is there's such a unique thing when it comes to pastry and to pies. The flaky crust is what we're used to in Jamaica, but today we're trying one of Bahamas' most favorite foods, or most favorite pastries, the convection food known as coconut tart. This tart does not have a flaky crust. It's baked whole with almost like a consistency of a cocoa bread, and the coconut is ground up and then put in the middle. So that then creates a warming experience of soft outside with sweetened dough and a coconut filling inside, which we're about to try. This is Old Nassau Cafe. Walk in to Old Nassau Cafe. This is one of the must-haves. I said this is a Bahamian dessert, and it is, what's it called?
Coconut tart.
Coconut tart. I knew that. I just wanted. So inside to me looks similar to what a Gizzada is in Jamaica. Gizzada has a more flaky crust. This crust is more doughy, almost bread-like, and it has a sweetener in the middle, which is the coconut, which has been blended or grated down, and it seems like it has brown sugar and other spices in there to heighten the sweetness of it and provide a lot of flavor. So let's go and try this and see. Oh yes, you can look at that. You can see all of that there. That coconut is moist, it's hydrated, and it's sweet. Oh yeah, okay. This is a Gizzada without the flaky crust. That's exactly what this is. It's very similar to a Gizzada, but the dough itself is really good. Wow, this is really good. This is addictive. It's almost the consistency of a cocoa bread, like you said. It really is. It's not flaky, but it's dense, it's moist, and it has that sweetness of the coconut flavor, and it really just melts away. The inside, the filling itself is extremely similar, almost identical to what we call Gizzada in Jamaica, which is a form of pie because the crust of the Gizzada is more flaky, but this is more doughy, more bready and moist, and I quite enjoy this. Alright, so Catherine turned it into a Gizzada. That's how a Gizzada would be.
It's delicious.
It is delicious, but
it's delicious. There's nothing else to say.
It's just delicious. Just
sweet, coconutty, you know, what is this called? What would you call this? The top? The lattice is giving what it needs to give.
Crust. It's crusting. The most popular is the coconut tart. However, they use other natural fillings to fill it. Popular local ingredients and local fruits such as pineapple, mango, and guava can all be made as a filling into the tart itself. Funny enough, coconut is not really indigenous to the Caribbean. It is said to have come from South America and drifted to the islands, where it grows naturally in the sand and the sunlight which is provided. It also became one of the most popular things within the Caribbean because it's used as a sweetener, as a natural sweetener. It's used in curry to sweeten curry. It's used in rice to add flavor and to add sweetness to it. And it's used in pastries and desserts. All right, so you said morning. This can be had any type of day.
Any time of day. So normally, like for us at least, we'll eat our breakfast, have sheep tongue or chicken souse, and then you wash it down with a coconut tart or pineapple tart or something.
So, question, is this sold in the streets or is it just mainly in cafes?
Like a vending?
Stuff? Yeah.
Not really. I don't really see it like
I don't really see a lot of vendors here.
Vending, you probably get like roasted peanuts in a vending situation. But other than that,
you could probably find it in most kind of like convenience stores, like a gas station or any kind of like small shop like on the side of the road. But it'll never be sold like how they sell ackee or anything on the side of the road in Jamaica. You wouldn't find it like that.
So there's no plastic bag with a man walking down the street with a hanger and stuff like that going coconut tart, coconut tart. You don't have that. All right, all right. So it's not similar to Gizzada in that sense, but it really is something that's pretty cool, pretty different. But different is not bad. Different can also be very good and unique, and that's what this is. Peace.
Cheers.
Has been kind enough to show us her famous conch fritters, and what she's doing right now is grinding out the conch and some of the ingredients. Can't give you all the ingredients, it's a family recipe, but I can tell you it absolutely is amazing. The first time I had it, I absolutely fell in love with it, and it's one of my favorite things to have in the Bahamas. Just putting a coarse grind on the conch, putting it through with other vegetables and coming out.
You're just gonna grind it?
Everything. I just take everything and put it through the meat grinder. The onions, the sweet pepper, the tomatoes, the hot pepper.
Look at that. It's just a mash of that conch mixed in. And it absolutely smells amazing already. The smell of it is just heightened with the fragrances of that fresh vegetable being ground down and poured into the conch itself. You're just mixing all the ingredients together, making sure that it's all evenly spread. You have the conch and the vegetables. There is onion, there's green peppers, there is peppers in there. So you're getting that spice and getting all of that fresh flavors coming out and just being mixed with the conch. Yeah, I smell the pepper as well. So you're just adding a little flour into it to create the batter?
Yes. So I do it based on feel and look.
No measurements needed.
No measurements needed. Just years of practice.
How many years have you been cooking it?
Probably over 30 years.
Wow, and this is your recipe?
You know, my father used to make it, and how he got to make it was, every time he went to buy conch fritter, it was always bready, bready, bready. And he got so mad one day, he went and he bought some conch on the vegetable. We didn't have meat grinders in those days, so he literally cut up everything. And he mixed it just enough flour to cover the vegetables and the conch and fried it. And so basically it's my father's recipe.
So it is a family recipe?
Yeah.
So it's really by feel?
Yes.
When you get that right consistency?
And looks, yeah. looks, feel for the consistency, looks for the ingredients.
And how popular is conch fritters in the Bahamas?
Very. People will wait online for conch fritters.
I would too.
There'll be long lines, people waiting. Minutes and minutes, 15, 20, half an hour for conch fritters. That's how popular it is.
It's one of the most popular dishes.
By far.
So it's thyme.
Yeah, fresh thyme. That's about it. That's all I need. And then I need salt.
Everything by feel, nothing by measurements. Then that's how real homemade recipes are made. You don't teach the kids by putting it in a measuring cup. One of my influences was my grandmother, and it was never done by measuring cup. It was always by feel, taste, and look. Just massaging that flour into the conch, or that mixture of conch and vegetables. The smell already of the fresh vegetables and the pepper. Wow. I'm excited for this one. This is one of my favorite meals. I mean, conch in general, but conch fritters. It's different from what we had earlier, which was cracked conch. And get over the smell, how fresh it is, how inviting. It's almost, it's similar, it's a similar process to how we make our stampango, but
Codfish fritters.
stampango is with saltfish or codfish.
Oh, that's what you call it?
Yeah. But the stampango in Jamaica, people don't really use a lot of the saltfish anymore, so they use the saltfish water and shot us with the saltfish. This has a generous, more than generous serving of conch. So every bite you bite into is going to be a different consistent, I almost say consistency.
That's it?
That's it?
Yep.
Wow.
See, I like how it's not too much flour.
No. And that's what your father was looking for when he was looking for conch fritters.
Yeah.
The only ingredient missing now is the expert taster. That's me.
Oh, you're the expert taster? I thought that's what was my job, but alright.
We're gonna have an expert taster competition. So who's the expert taster?
Uncle Greg and also at a competition and want to beat me in ping pong pool, I'll give you the pool. But the ping pong, no, that's my court.
Janet, but that's not what they're saying.
I mean?
That's not what they're telling us.
Just scoop on into the fry, auntie.
Yeah.
How long does it generally take to fry?
I'm going to cover it up so it gets cooked through. Probably about 10 minutes.
10 minutes to have some like yummy. Wow. Excuse me, it's kind of looking at that. I will be back in 10 minutes. The final, look how beautiful that is. The complexion is golden, it's fluffy, and it's pure conch. Auntie Carrie's secret family recipe, which I'm making not so secret but still a little secret. Auntie Carrie, thank you for this. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's just
Alright, so family taste test time. Even though we know it's really good already. So Auntie Carrie's secret family recipe, which is more conch than butter. Look at the size of that. I like to say the veracity of it.
And it's no longer a secret.
Mama's already tasting it.
It's so good though.
This is the best conch fritters.
It is. I mean, I would travel for this. I did travel for this.
Basically.
It really is, because it's more conch than butter. Like you said, most of the places that you go to or the restaurants, they give you more butter than conch. In Jamaica, they don't even give you saltfish fritters anymore. They give you saltfish water and then make the fritters. So this is a complete treat. I mean, it's a staple in the Bahamas. This is one of the must-try dishes, they say, of the Bahamas. The conch is totally in there. It's flavorful. It's seasoned nicely, and it just bursts in with that fresh conch taste of the Bahamas. It's homemade. It's family.
Oh, Gregory's doing a little.
Yes.
You need audio.
Audio. No
Audio.
double.
Audio.
Only rule, no double dipping.
No, no.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it, Greg.
Dissect it, Uncle Greg.
Analyze.
I like mine with more mustard and more hot sauce. I'm not a ketchup guy. But the ketchup adds something to it, you know?
Okay. So you're doing an analysis of the sauce. Oh, okay. Okay.
The acidity.
More mustard? No.
I'm a hot sauce person. Give me pepper, give me hot sauce.
Yeah, me.
You know, but for the average person, you know.
But we're not the average.
I'm not a sauce
eaters.
person. I don't even think the sauce is like.
I know.
I don't even
try
notice
with
that the sauce isn't there.
It's so
like,
pure,
whatever.
right? It's so pure without the sauce.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything I eat, and give me some lime juice, fresh lime juice, with some red pepper cut up in it. Hot, spicy.
Uncle Greg likes the acidity.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's so good. That's what
Courtney's gonna be so mad.
She is gonna be so mad.
Guys, this has been a truly amazing experience, from fishing in the Atlantic Ocean to having all sorts of conch foods in the Bahamas and seeing just how similar but how different we are. Such a unique experience, such a unique place, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I can't wait to get back to Jamaica, get back to our Jamaican food. The Bahamas truly holds a special place in my heart from now, and it's been an amazing experience. Thank you to everyone so much, from Auntie Carrie, Uncle Greg, Uncle Sheldon, Anthony, and Catherine, my cousin. I mean, this couldn't have been possible without her. She's been above and beyond in just the hospitality and showing me around Nassau, the different foods, the different places, and explaining how the foods are, how the foods taste, and local history and culture behind the foods. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Until next time, big up, stay safe, one love. Should I have done a voice like Sonny? Should I have done it like wrapped up like Sonny? The Bahamas, is that it? Or should I have done like Mark? Wow, the Bahamas. But yeah, one of them. Sonny, the Bahamas. Yeah. Mark, whoa, the Bahamas. Bless up, guys.